Good morning children, this is Hemlata. Welcome to class 7 IIT physics class. Children, what we are discussing, we are discussing the chapter Newton's laws of motion. Before going to the topic, first of all, I hope you all are fine, okay, and doing well, writing the notes neatly, maintaining your notes. Is it not children? You have to maintain your new CW. In new CW, you have to write your notes neatly, date wise. Must give the date, subject, chapter name, then subtopics. Neatly you have to maintain your notes. You have to complete your worksheets, and reading content also you have to read minimum 2 to 3 times. Once again I will tell you, each video class you have to watch till end, and that also minimum 2 to 3 times you have to watch, then only you can understand the concept, okay. And reading content also 2 to 3 times full you have to read. Clear children? Remember, this all we teachers are doing only for you, okay. So in the last class we discussed Newton's second law of motion and the numericals based on Newton's second law of motion. Is it not children? Now, before going to the Newton's third law of motion, we will discuss some other points, okay. So in today's class we will discuss about force, okay, force, and then after forces acting in different cases. Clear children? So let's start today's class, okay. So force, okay children, force. Before also we discussed what is force. Force is a push or pull upon an object. Is it a push or pull upon an object is called force. So force is an external effect in the form of a push or pull. Any object is there, okay, it is one object, okay. So when you will apply force to push the object, it will move from its position, okay. So suppose you apply force like this, so you are pushing the object, it will move from its position, it covers some displacement. Clear? Or when you will pull the object, so then also it will move from its position. Is it? So it is an external effect, external cause in the form of a push or pull on what? On any object. So what are the effects? First see, force produces or try to produce motion in a body at rest. Suppose one body is there, okay, this body is in which position? Rest position. Body is in which position? Rest position. So when you will apply some force on a body which is in rest position, so it can produce motion or tries to produce motion, okay. If this force is sufficient to move this body, then of course body will move from its place, cover some distance, okay, it displaced from its position. But if this force is not enough to move this object, then body may not move from its position, it remains same in its position. Example, you apply force on a wall. How much force also you will apply on a wall? Wall will not move from its position, because force applied by you on the wall is not at all enough to move the wall from its position. Whereas if we will bring in any bulldozer, okay, from that if you will push, of course it will collapse, because that force is enough to move the wall from its position. So whenever you will apply force on any body, it can produce motion, okay, or tries to produce motion. If that force is enough to move that body, then body will move from its place. But if the force is not enough, body will remain in its place. Second, force can stop or tries to stop a moving body. Suppose a ball is what? It is in motion. A ball rolling on the ground. There is a ball rolling on a ground, means the ball is in motion. Now you can apply force on this ball in two types. If you will apply force in the same direction of motion of the ball, if you will apply force in same direction, ball is moving right to left, and you also apply force right to left, same direction you are applying force, then this ball will move again faster, its speed will increase. Okay, but if you will apply force from opposite direction of motion of the ball, then ball can slow down and after some time it can stop. Okay children, so force can stop or tries to stop a moving body. If we will apply force in same direction of motion of the object, then it can move again faster. But if we will apply force from opposite direction, it can slow down and afterwards it can stop also. Next, force changes or tries to change the direction of motion of the body. Is it? Force can change the or tries to change the direction of a moving body. Suppose ball is moving, okay, rolling like this direction, right to left, and you applied force from this direction, then of course ball can change its direction. Okay, so force can change the direction of a movement of the body also. Clear children? Understood now? These are the effects of force. Next, before going to next topic, please note down this. Take your notes. Give the heading Class 7 IIT Physics. Chapter name is Newton's Laws of Motion. And today's topic is force. Write the first 3 points. Neatly you must write. Once again I want to tell you, when you are writing the notes, you must pause the video and write completely. After writing only again continue the video. Okay. Next, forces acting in different cases. One by one we will see the case. First case, children, you can see this is a body. Okay, this is a body. This body is in which position? Rest position. Means it is not at all moving. It is in rest position. So initial velocity is 0. Okay. Now when you will apply force on this body, body is in rest position, its initial velocity is 0. You apply force on the body. Okay, this and still the final velocity is also 0. U means initial velocity, V means final velocity. So as body is in rest, initial velocity is 0. Now some force is applied on the body, still final velocity is 0 only. Means there is no movement in the body. It means what? This force is not enough to move this body. Okay, body remains at rest. Here force is trying to change the state of rest. Force is applied on the body, but still final velocity is 0 only. So force is trying to change the state of rest. This force is not enough to change the position of the body. That's why it is still trying to change the state of rest. Understood, children? Forces acting in different cases. First case is body is in rest, means no movement in the body. Initial velocity is 0. Some force is applied on the body, but still final velocity is also 0. It means this force, how much force applied on the body, is not enough to move the body. That's why this force is trying to change the state of rest. Clear, children? Note down this. Okay, now second case. Children, you can see here again body. This is a body. Body starts moving. Here force changes the state of rest. So children, this is a body. This body is also in rest. That's why initial velocity is 0. Remember, whenever initial velocity of any body is 0, initial velocity means starting velocity. So if the initial velocity of any body is 0, means body is in rest position, not moving. Okay, so this is a body. Initial velocity 0 means body is in rest. Now some force is applied on the body. Some force is applied on the body. Final velocity is greater than 0. Means before initial velocity is 0, now final velocity is more than 0. It means there is change in velocity. Is it? Velocity changes happen. Velocity increases. More than 0 means velocity here increases. Final velocity is greater than 0. Velocity increases. It means this force made the body move from its position. Okay, that's why body started moving. Clear, children? From where? From rest. Okay, now? So this is a body which is in rest position. That's why initial velocity is 0. Some force is applied on the body. When force is applied on the body, final velocity is greater than 0. Means velocity changes. Okay, increased from 0. It means body came in motion. Clear? This is a second case. Write down. Once again, pause the video and write down, and after writing only continue the video. Now we will go for the third case. Okay. So see here, third case. This is a body. Okay. Initial velocity is not 0. Means body is in motion. Body is having some initial velocity, starting velocity. Body not started from rest. Clear, children? Please understand. This is a body. Initial velocity is not equal to 0. It means body is already in the motion. Now some force is applied on the body. When the force is already body is in motion and some force is applied on the body. So V means final velocity is more than U. Final velocity after force F is applied on the body, final velocity is more than initial velocity. Means what? velocity changes, velocity increases. Okay, in a small interval of time, force increases, the magnitude of speed and direction of motion remains same. Direction of motion remains same. Magnitude of speed increases. Got it, children? Understand? Please try to understand. This is a body. Okay, body is not in rest position. How can you say body is not in rest position? Because initial velocity is not zero. If the initial velocity is not zero, means body is moving with some velocity. Body already in the motion. Now some force is applied on the body. Which direction? Once again see the direction of force. The force is applied in the same direction of motion of the body. Before also we discussed, if the force is applied in same direction of motion of the body, its speed will increase. It becomes again faster. So of course final velocity is more than initial velocity. So here speed increases and direction remain same. Clear, children? Write down. So you can see the fourth case. Of course this is a body. So this is a body which is moving with initial velocity u. Initial body is moving in this direction. Initial velocity u. Some force is applied on the body. Now children, please observe the direction. Body. Okay, initial velocity is u. Body is moving with some velocity. What is that velocity? U, initial velocity. And which side body is moving? This side. You can see arrow mark, this side direction. Right side. Body is moving in right side. But there is a force applied right to left side, due left. It means what? Opposite of direction of motion of the body. Body is moving this side, force is applied this side. Opposite to the direction of motion of the body. Whenever force will be applied opposite to direction of motion of the body, there is more chance of decrease in velocity. Okay. Of course, direction remains same here, because direction, you can see body force is applied, of course, this side. So direction of motion remains same, but magnitude of speed decreases because of opposite in direction of motion. Force is applied. Final velocity less than initial velocity. Clear, children? This is a body moving with initial velocity u, and some force is applied on the body. Which direction? Opposite to the direction of motion. Body is moving left to right, force is applied right to left. Is it no? See, body is moving left to right. Okay, but force is applied right to left, opposite to the direction of motion of the body. That's why force decreases the magnitude of speed, but the direction of motion remain same. Please note down this. Now next case, case number 5. You can see here this is a body which is moving in a circular motion, uniform circular motion. in uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion means speed is constant, equal distance covered in equal intervals of time. Speed is constant, uniform speed is constant, but as the body is moving in circular motion, the direction of velocity is continuously changing. The direction of the body how changing? Because whenever body turns, whenever a body moves in a circular path like this is a circular path, whenever body moves in a circular path, then how to find the direction? The direction will be always along the tangent. Clear, children? Whenever body moves in a circular path, then the direction is always tangent, along the tangent. So at every point direction of the body is changing. Of course body is moving with constant speed, but direction is changing. As the direction is changing, velocity is not uniform, variable. Okay now? So in uniform circular motion, only direction of velocity changes. Okay now? Direction of velocity changes, but speed remain constant. And what about the direction of force? Always perpendicular to the velocity. Force like this and velocity like this, always perpendicular to the velocity. Clear, children? Understood na, children? Whenever body moves in a circular motion, the direction of any point, the direction of the body at any point will be along the tangent. Okay, here like this, if here like this, like that, every point the direction is changing. So speed is constant, but direction is always changing. So velocity changes, variable velocity. Speed constant, but variable velocity. Okay now? Note down. Next, sixth case. Case number 6. In non-uniform circular motion, body is moving with non-uniform circular motion. Means elliptical or parabolic motion or hyperparabolic motion. Force acts at an angle to the direction of motion. In all these motions, both magnitude and direction of velocity changes. Okay, suppose take one ball. Throw the ball up. Okay, take one ball, throw the ball up towards the sky. Of course, ball will go to some certain height, maximum height. Then after it will again comes down. Okay, so like this parabolic path. So here when the body is going up, its velocity is continuously decreasing. At the maximum height becomes 0, and when it comes down, its velocity continuously increases. Force acts on the body. How much force? This is equal to its weight, that is m into g, which always tries the body to come down. Okay, and body is moving up here with the velocity v. Okay, so in non-uniform circular motion, why it is said non-uniform? Because when you will throw a body up, its velocity continuously decreases. Change in velocity, okay, continuously decreases. Of course, direction changes, magnitude also changes. Okay, that's why here given in this magnitude and direction both changes. When the body is going up, Okay, its speed continuously decreases. When it reaches to maximum height becomes 0. Then it comes down. When it comes down, its speed continuously increases and body is coming towards the ground. So direction also changes and magnitude also changes. So in non-uniform circular motion like elliptical or parabolic or hyperparabolic motion, force acted in some angle to the direction of motion, and all this motion, magnitude and direction of velocity both changes. Please note down this. I hope children you are understanding well, doing well and writing neatly also. Please, these figures all you have to draw neatly, you have to draw again, and your work is also same what the 6 cases we discussed. These 6 cases only once again you have to practice, learn and practice. Children, once again I want to tell you, time is very very important. You have to utilize your time wisely. Okay, so in today's class what we discussed about force, then external effect of force, then the different cases force acting on the object. In the next class we will discuss about some units and the definition of units of force. Clear children? This is for today. Thanks for watching.